accused of opening fire at a Sacramento news station, ABC 10, has been arrested by the FBI after posting bail for his initial arrest. KCRA3's Aaron Heft2 is live now from the federal courthouse where the suspect will appear before a judge tomorrow afternoon. Aaron, good morning.
Good morning, Leticia. Yes, after posting bail and being released, the FBI has now rearrested 64-year-old Anibal Hernandez Santana. Now, he was arrested for violating federal statute 47 U.S.C. 333, which has to do with the interference to radio communications of a station that are licensed by the government. Hernandez Santana is the suspect in the shooting that led to an investigation at ABC 10.
No charge for disarming, disengaging a firearm?
Called to the building in response to shots fired from outside. When they arrived, 3 bullet holes could be seen in the window of the building's lobby. And despite the building being occupied, no one was hurt. That's when the investigation began. Later the same day, KCRA3 saw police in the River Park neighborhood, including SWAT teams. A witness at the scene reported seeing a man tackled and then taken into custody. Hernandez Santana was booked on 3 felony charges, facing assault with a deadly weapon, discharge of a firearm in a negligent manner, and discharge of firearms at an inhabited building. Hernandez Santana was held on a $200,000 bail and was released earlier on Saturday. But he was once again taken into custody and now arrested by the FBI. Back out here live in front of the federal courthouse here in Sacramento. According to the FBI, Hernandez Santana will be set for his first court appearance. That happens 2 o'clock tomorrow, so Monday at 2 p.m. In Sacramento. Aaron Heft, KC.
I think it had so I saw some shit where this was in an outrage in response to bruh getting smoked. Chuck something. This is what I heard. Why CBS specifically? I don't know. And I also heard it's because of the and then it's also in relation to Jimmy Fallon getting canceled for what his statements about the untimely assassination of Chuck. What's his name is?
Facts. I got that shit. I went and brought up an article about it. I got that shit.
Okay, bust this down. Break
this down. The defense attorney for the man accused of shooting into the ABC 10 television station in Sacramento says he was caught off guard by the FBI's involvement. Anibal Hernandez Santana, 64, was arrested by the Sacramento Police Department Friday night and posted bail Saturday, only to be arrested again 4 hours later by the feds. He posted bail under California state law. He was at home. We were talking on the phone, preparing for those. And this is from his lawyer that's giving the comments.
Okay.
We were talking on the phone, preparing for those charges. He was free for about 4 hours after a $200,000 posted bail.
That's crazy.
Stepped outside, and the feds went up and grabbed him. And Mark Richel, Hernandez Santana's defense attorney, Saturday night, the FBI arrested Santana on allegations that he violated a federal statute that no person shall willfully or maliciously interfere or cause interference to any radio communications of any station licensed or authorized by the United States government. I'm actually surprised to hear that. I'm not sure why the feds are getting involved. I'm not sure what their motives are, but I'm surprised. Mike Wise, who has 30 years of experience criminal law shit, said, watch this. Wise said the punishments, if convicted for the federal charges, gives less time than the state charges. The potential punishment in state is much severe than federal court. Wise said, based on my rough calculations, Bruh can face 17 years in state prison based on the charges. In federal court, only a year. So then he says, he goes on to say something that they're minor federal charges. But here it go right here, like you were saying, Bo. The shooting happened one day after the protest at the station following ABC's decision to suspend the Jimmy Kimmel Live show in response to comments about Charlie Kirk's death. Channel 10 is ABC affiliate station. So with it only being a state case at first, now you got the feds coming in. Now they try to push a fucking motive about the Charlie Kirk and the Jimmy Kimmel. You know what I mean? Come on now, like.
They always try to push the narrative.
Evidence that supports that.
That means a lot coming from you, Lee. That's why you're one of us. He said they're always trying to push a narrative.
100%.
You ain't lying, Lee.
That shit is crazy, bro. I mean, bruh shot into that motherfucker for a reason, allegedly. You feel me?
He could have killed someone.
It was some type of statement he was trying to.
Yeah, he could have killed someone, in
that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy too is like, okay, yeah, stand for something. Otherwise, you get knocked down. You don't stand for nothing, right? I get that part. But like, imagine like you're trying to make this grandstand and make this point, and then someone stupid ass innocent gets killed.
Talk about it.
You know what I mean? Someone just working a regular job just happens to work at this station, and a bullet comes through flying through the door. Good thing he didn't hit nobody.
Come on now.
Because then it's like then what you're trying to, the message that you're trying to convey gets misconstrued because now somebody innocent got hit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, it's very extreme. And it's here's how I feel about it. It's like, man, they really trying to take away our freedom of speech, bro. You know, think about it.
I mean,
they
do
just
that on
canceled
social
Jimmy
media.
Fallon.
I mean, even the platforms we're on, we gotta watch what we say. But that type of conversation don't partake in our daily conversation when we fire this shit up. So we don't gotta worry about that. But motherfuckers that be trying to make statements in which they have every right to, you get censored. You're gonna get shadow banned. They gonna boot your ass off just before.
I will say here's what I would
fucking social website. Them motherfuckers had hella people blocked on that shit to where they can't say not a motherfucking thing.
Nothing.
100%, bro. Oh my.
And that's the thing too about not being able to say nothing. That's taking away our freedom of speech, man.
Yeah.
When
you take away that shit, man, it's
got nothing.
Exactly.
Hey, look.
They didn't took our privacy from us. We watched every time, even though we fire it up and we on this motherfucker. But when you get outside, bro, or even inside your shit, bro, they got the be able to flip the switch and turn the lights on your motherfucking ass.
It's locked.
They say it's freedom, bro. It's FREEDUMB. They giving out. They giving out freedom for sure. Dumb motherfuckers.
That's a great T-shirt. Freedom.
Listen, bro. They giving it out. And they taxing us for it.
But
they're giving it for free and they tax us for it.
And don't get it twisted, y'all. We ain't trying to make no excuses for bruh, because we don't know what the fuck his psychological.
He's probably not got a lot of right screws in
his. A lot of these people doing things these days has so many psychological issues.
Because bruh,
I mean, they didn't put us on everything under the sun.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The last 20 years of psychotropic meds. Psychotropic being like, things for people that unfortunately suffer from mental health conditions, but also imagine like you just answer that question in air incorrectly, and then they go, oh, you need this, and then you on this now, and now it chemically fucks your head up, and then you out there shooting. Who knows? 100%. I'm just saying that we've seen it's a case by case, but there's too many of them that where that's a common denominator too. Rest in peace to all victims of school shootings. A lot of times those shooters are. Back in the days, a lot of times those shooters were on psychotropic meds, and that was kind of it was almost like a fallback. Oh, he was on psychotropic. Now it's all unfortunately transgenders and things of that nature. It's almost like agenda driven.
Come on now. I mean, look at this shit. How they trying to tie this shit now? They might got some evidence. Bruh was trying to support the narrative or mad at what happened, right? But look, check this though, right? That shit happened at, that shit ain't nothing but 7 minutes from where I'm at, 10 minutes driving at the most, right? Mm-hmm. So the cold thing is, this is an ABC affiliate. This motherfucking Sacramento station don't say that Jimmy Kimmel can't go on there no more. 100%. They might say, oh, what type of coverage they might coverage of Charlie Kirk, and may he rest in peace, you know what I mean? But for bruh to go in there and go do that, like that's gonna make them change their mind or a statement or something like that. Like, bro, you 64 years old, you know damn well all they doing is just transmitting the Jimmy Kimmel Show. They ain't saying they can't come on or nothing. You know what I mean?
Bunch
It's
of
a local affiliate.
news broadcasts.
Oh, everything. So why go over there and go do some
sports
shit?
broadcasts.
Oh, everything.
Local ABC affiliate station shit. It's up. And then when it comes to radio, you have Clear Channel. Like, imagine if you run up in a Clear Channel station like 106 in Camiel or fucking what's the station out in Sac?
You got 101.
So imagine if somebody runs up into the 101 station, right? If someone runs up in there, this is the same thing. It's government shit now because it's sanctioned by the government. So Clear Channel, the Clear Channel airwaves, these are airwaves. You cannot disrupt these things.
Right.
So a form of him just shooting in there. It's all these extra charges, right? You know what's crazy? He got a good lawyer. He'll get that state time chopped down tremendously. The Fed time, he's gonna do that year. But here's the thing: is like, it's lucky he did it in California because the state they're sympathetic to people that are against the Trump side of shit, bro. You know what I mean? I'm dead ass when I say that.
And it also say, bruh, never been in trouble at all.
Because Trump, remember Trump? He'll try to get in there and be like, yo, I need to do this. I go, no, we're a state. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he can't just put his thumb. And I feel like, everyone's being made examples of right now. He been saying he didn't like the Jimmy Fallons. He didn't like the Steve Colberts. He didn't like, there's a list of these comedians that are in late night. He didn't like any of them. He's been saying he don't like their comments, and they've been systematically being removed and canceled some way or form or fashion. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
It's kind of crazy. They freedom of speech. See, and this is why it's so polarizing when it happens to comedians, because comedians they exist in the world to be able to make light of these things that aren't necessarily things you necessarily should laugh at. You know what I mean? Steve Colbert. He said something along the lines of what America is right now, more than ever, and I'm paraphrasing, but he said, more than ever, I desperately want to love my country. That's what he said. And this comment got him canceled. He just said, I desperately want to love my country. Essentially, read between the lines, said, this country is shitty as fuck, but I want to love it. You know what I mean? Like, and like that. That was not even that bad. The Jimmy Fallon thing, if anything, it's in poor taste, period, to joke about the dead, right? And it just no matter what you cut and slice it, but that's where comedians come in. This is kind of their out. They kind of get the pass on this because this is, and you know what's sad too? Is a lot of times when you're on these late night shows, you have a team who writes your monologue. Did he even write that shit? That he went up there and just...
But that's why they canceled the whole show, though.
That's a good point.
He's suspended. They haven't canceled it. They've suspended it. So, which basically is the next
in the workforce,
it's the whole show, though.
Hey, Lee, in the workforce, when you get
it ain't
suspended...
like they're going to go send maybe a fill-in host or nothing like that.
Here's the thing.
Like how Bogue said, it's a team of writers and all that. So I'm in my opinion, I'm pretty sure it's completely shut down until further notice.
Pretty much.
Okay, here's the thing. Lee, in the real world, Lee, when you get suspended, that's a precursor to termination, bro. Every time. He's out of here, bro. He's out of here.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
And that segment was brought to you.
Bake said Jimmy got canceled recently as well because of his comments towards the assassin and how he was a MAGA guy.
That's exactly what we were just talking about right now.
We watch people like Kimmel to distress away from the world and politics, and this fucker brings you right back into in it for the agenda, or just because he's a mouthpiece for someone in control.
Did you see that? Did you see the new TikTok shit? So you know how they were going to cancel TikTok in America,
right?
Because China runs the algorithm, for lack of a better term.
And they're data mining.
There it is. Thank you. There it is. America's deal now is they could be in there, but America got a hold of that now. So they got the data body now. So now, imagine this. Of course, they're going to politically charge this shit and put things in there and push things in the algorithm, just like they do every other platform. And TikTok is the fastest right now to grow things. It's the fastest. So it's kind of funny how they made it. They made it to hey, it's about to go. And the people
it's the fastest, and it's one of the most accurate search engines on the net.
Yes.
100%. I've seen something about that as well.
So you know what I mean? They're this is a big ass game of chess, and they are using all their fucking power to move their pieces at will, bro.
100%.
You know what I mean? And they're blatantly doing this shit. Like even that law, that temporary bill or whatever that passed, where in major cities it's like basically saying they could racially profile. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For the Hispanics.
Tell me about that.
You know what I mean? This is the real thing. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And it's kind of crazy what's going on right now, because you know what I mean. You got somebody who's willing to push a button. You know.
Cold world, bro.
Yeah.
Banks said the price of freedom of speech is the right way to say what you want, but also have to listen to people voice their opinions as well. The only thing that I don't condone is threats or terror.